Hey, it's Amanda. I'm here to talk about another Make Yourself a Priority topic. And this week I decided to talk about time management. This seems to be something that everybody could use a little help with, and I need constant reminders for it. Today I'm just going to I'm going to try to do a 5-minute video, hopefully, and that way it's something quick that you can digest easily. Let me know if you like the shorter videos, and I'm going to keep striving to do that for you. So let's talk about time management. We have some tips for it. The very first one is know the time of day you work best. I think this is important because I don't think a lot of people take this into consideration. We just try to fit in things into our life whenever they'll fit without really considering how we'll feel at the time. This is something I became aware of a long time ago. I kind of realized nighttime is not the time for me to best operate. I'm tired. Once the sun goes down, that's kind of it for me. There's not going to be a lot of creativity going on in my mind, not a lot of focus. So when I want something done, I look for the days that I have time in the morning, and that's when I do my best work. So you need to choose what's right for you. Some people are more energized at night and more groggy and unable to focus in the morning, so you have to choose what's best for you. So again, that first tip is know the time of day you work best. Number 2 is block out time on your calendar for specific tasks. This holds you accountable, it helps you avoid procrastinating, and it makes you take the tasks seriously. So when I have a day off, I go through the different hours of the day and I write what I'm going to do at each point of the day. And that way, at any point of the day, if I'm getting off track, I can look right there and see this is what I'm supposed to be doing at this time of day. Even if you get off track or you don't accomplish that, you can always come back to it later. The important thing is to actually have that list down there so that you can hold yourself accountable. Number 3, prioritize and learn how to say no. Think of time like a budget. If you have limited time, how do you want to spend it and get the most value for you in return? And this is whether you're a mom, whether you're a business person, whatever you do in life that you need to set aside time for, what gives you the biggest value? So learn how to say no. If there are things that you just don't want to do or don't seem to give you any return on your investments, so to speak, just cut that out. You don't need that in your life. You don't need to try to fit that into your calendar. It's just taking away valuable time from the tasks that mean a lot to you. Number 4 is set boundaries. Explain to the people you love that you've set aside time to work on a certain project and let them know when you'll be available. Even if you work from home and have your own business, it's very important to set office hours. Otherwise, you'll become very burned out very quickly, and you'll never really feel like you're not at work. I felt this way about 10 years ago when I started my nonprofit for rescuing animals. I never really set office hours, and after a while, people got to expect that from me, so the pushback was greater when I tried to set hours later on. So it's good to do that right out of the gate. And even if it is something new that you're just starting to do, you have to make people aware that you are very serious and stick to it. It's just like anything else. You're only as good as your word. If you start to renege and kind of go back and not keep up with the office hours, and you let people interrupt you and come in with their wants and needs during your time of work, then they're going to stop taking those office hours seriously. So boundaries are extremely important. Number 5, negotiate what tasks can be flexible. Can you work on rearranging hours at maybe, if you have more than one job, at one job so that you can get more done with your second job or your passion or the business you're building? Are there tasks you can pass off to a partner or somebody that works for you? If you express your passion and the things that you want to accomplish and your desire to build a business, perhaps your husband or your wife or significant other will really understand, and they'll step up and take a task off your hands that's easy and they can handle. Every little thing makes a difference. So if you can even get them to do one extra thing for you, then that is going to be big, and those things are going to add up over time. Our next tip is be kind to yourself. You need to recognize and celebrate what you have accomplished and readjust your schedule accordingly. Once you've finished a task, you can mark it off, you can put something else in its place, and you need to really congratulate yourself when you have accomplished things. That's really important to staying positive, and that's just another one of those things that comes back to gratitude. It's very important to have gratitude in your life and not have a lot of negative self-talk. It's something that you just need to get rid of. Tip is get off Facebook and turn off the TV. Identify your time wasters that aren't serving you and eliminate them, or limit yourself to just a certain amount of time for them per day. So a lot of us use Facebook for our business, so you don't want to completely turn that off, but you should probably put that in a time block, like I said on one of the earlier tips, that you only stay on Facebook for a certain amount of time, and you might want to put exactly what tasks you're going to accomplish while you're on Facebook. Otherwise, it's easy to get sucked into everything else that's on there, and so you don't want to become distracted and get off track. So you really need to have a set plan, like I stated earlier, and you need to set a time limit for when you are on those distracting things. If there are other distracting things in your life that aren't bringing you any value, again, limit those. Limit yourself to only a certain amount of hours of Netflix a day. Turn off the TV after a half hour of news. These are things that you can do to subtract from your life to actually add value. So that is all my tips I have today. I really appreciate everybody coming. We went a little over 5 minutes, but we're doing pretty good. I thank you all, and I hope you join me again in Highly Sensitive Women for a Highly Fulfilling Life for more tips on making yourself a priority. Thank you, and bye.